Hey everyone. Ever imagine working at a university that's like steeped in history? A place that's not just a job, but a vibrant hub of culture and opportunity.
Sounds pretty dreamy.
Right. Well, today we're diving deep into University Laval,
Or ULaval for short.
exactly ULaval. We're going to uncover what makes it such a fantastic place to work, especially for academics like you.
And we're going beyond those typical best university rankings.
Oh yeah, we're going deeper.
Thanks to our friends at academicjobs.com, we're going to explore what it's really like to build a fulfilling career at ULaval.
Not just finding a job,
Right.
but discovering a place where your talents can truly shine.
Absolutely. And where you feel like you're part of something truly special. And ULaval has a lot to offer. I mean, it's the oldest French language university in North America.
Now, really?
Founded way back in 1852.
1852, that's even before the Canadian Confederation.
It is.
Wow.
And it's consistently ranked among Canada's top institutions,
Yeah.
boasting a legacy of academic excellence. It's pretty hard to beat.
I bet those walls have seen some serious academic history. But some institutions, they kind of rest on their laurels.
Yeah.
What makes ULaval stand out today?
Well, for one, that history translates into a deep commitment to innovation. They're constantly evolving, pushing boundaries in research and education. For someone considering working there, it's a sign of stability, growth, and a genuine dedication to being a leader in their fields.
I like that. Stability, growth, leader. Those are all good things. And speaking of diverse opportunities, I was surprised to learn that ULaval is about so much more than just teaching. Our intel from academicjobs.com highlighted a whole spectrum of roles.
Absolutely. Of course, they have incredible faculty positions, but they've got cutting-edge research going on. There's a robust administrative team that keeps everything running smoothly. And there's a real need for specialized roles in areas like technology, library science, student support.
It's in a whole ecosystem, not just
Yeah.
a single department.
Exactly.
And speaking of ecosystems, we have to talk about ULaval's location.
Oh, yeah.
Quebec City, a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Stunning.
That must influence the work environment, right?
Absolutely. Imagine working in a place where you step out of your office and you're surrounded by centuries-old architecture, cobblestone streets, vibrant cultural scene. Not many universities can offer that.
That's true. Okay, but let's be practical. What are the concrete perks of working at ULaval? Our friends at academicjobs.com highlighted 5 key reasons why ULaval is a top choice for academics.
They are academic excellence, research opportunities, a diverse community, a rich cultural environment, and a global perspective. And these aren't just bullet points on a brochure. They translate into tangible benefits for the people who work there.
All right, let's break those down, starting with academic excellence.
Okay.
It's a phrase we hear a lot, but what does it actually mean for someone working at ULaval?
Well, it means you're surrounded by some of the brightest minds in your field. ULaval attracts top talent from around the world. So imagine collaborating on projects with colleagues who are pushing the boundaries of knowledge. Plus, they have state-of-the-art facilities and resources. And that makes a huge difference.
It does. Sounds like a dream for any researcher. Now on to research opportunities. I know from academicjobs.com that ULaval is big on collaborative research. Can you give us some specifics?
Sure, they have a strong interdisciplinary approach, which means researchers from different fields are encouraged to work together. For example, they have a world-renowned research center focused on optics, photonics, and laser technologies. And that center collaborates with folks in engineering, medicine, even the arts.
Wow, that's fascinating. So it's not just about staying in your lane, it's about crossing boundaries and creating something truly innovative. And I bet that diverse community plays a big role in that, right?
Definitely. ULaval prides itself on its inclusive and welcoming atmosphere. They have a diverse student body and faculty, which creates a richer learning and working environment. It's not just about checking boxes, it's about fostering a sense of belonging and celebrating different perspectives.
That's so important, especially in today's world. Now, we've touched on the cultural side of things, but I want to dive a little deeper. What specifically makes Quebec City such a draw for potential employees?
Well, aside from the beauty and history we already mentioned, Quebec City has a thriving arts and culture scene, incredible food, and a unique European charm that you won't find anywhere else in North America. It's a very livable city with a great quality of life.
Okay, I'm sold. But what about career advancement? Does ULaval offer opportunities for professional growth, especially on an international level?
Absolutely. They have a strong network of international partners, which opens doors for collaborations and exchanges. This can lead to research opportunities abroad, visiting professorships, even potential career moves to other institutions.
So not only do you get to work in a stimulating and beautiful environment, but you also have the chance to expand your horizons and build a global network. That's pretty amazing.
It really is, and I think that ties into the final reason why ULaval is such a great place to work. That global perspective. They understand that the world is interconnected, and they encourage their faculty and staff to think beyond borders.
So it's not just about what happens on campus, it's about making a contribution to the wider world.
Yeah.
Now, that's something I can get behind. What do you think? Does ULaval sound like a place where you could see yourself building a fulfilling career?
Absolutely. From the rich history and commitment to innovation to the diverse community and global outlook, ULaval seems to tick all the boxes. Plus, who wouldn't want to live and work in such a beautiful and vibrant city?
I know I would. But before we get too carried away with our daydreams, let's bring it back to our listeners. What advice would you give someone who's considering ULaval as a potential employer?
I'd say, first and foremost, do your research. Explore the university's website, check out their academic programs and research centers, and see if their values align with yours. And don't hesitate to reach out to current faculty or staff to get their perspectives.
That's great advice. And of course, don't forget to check out academicjobs.com. They're the best resource for finding amazing opportunities at top universities like ULaval.
Exactly. They make the job search process so much easier, and they can connect you with the perfect position to match your skills and aspirations.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground here, and I think it's safe to say that ULaval is a pretty special place. What stands out to you as the most compelling reason to work there?
For me, it's the combination of academic excellence and the vibrant cultural environment. It's not often you find a university that's both intellectually stimulating and located in such a beautiful and historic city.
I agree. It seems like ULaval offers the best of both worlds, a place where you can pursue your academic passions while enjoying a truly enriching lifestyle. But before we wrap up this part of our deep dive, I want to leave our listeners with a thought. Imagine yourself walking through the cobblestone streets of Quebec City after a day of groundbreaking research or engaging lectures. What kind of impact do you want to make on the world?
That's a great question to ponder. And if you're looking for a place where you can truly thrive, both personally and professionally, ULaval might just be the perfect fit. But we'll delve more into that in the next part of our deep dive. So we've established that ULaval has this incredible mix of academic rigor and real-world impact, all within a city that's bursting with culture. But how does that translate into your career journey?
Yeah, that's the million-dollar question, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it comes down to this. ULaval isn't just about getting a job. It's about finding a place where you can truly flourish.
Right. They seem to understand that happy, fulfilled employees do their best work, and they've created an environment that supports that.
And that support takes many forms. We talked about the research facilities, the collaborative spirit, the global outlook. But what about work-life balance? That's huge for academics who are often juggling research, teaching, and, life.
Well, it's interesting you bring that up. Quebec City is known for its laid-back vibe and strong sense of community. It's not the kind of place where you're expected to work around the clock. Plus, ULaval has a number of initiatives to support families, like on-site daycare and flexible work arrangements.
So it's not just about attracting top talent. It's about making sure that talent feels valued and supported. That's a big differentiator.
It is. And that brings us back to academicjobs.com. They're not just listing open positions. They're connecting people with careers that align with their values and priorities. Finding a job that fits your life is just as important as finding a job that fits your skills.
Couldn't agree more. Speaking of skills, let's shift gears a bit and talk about professional development. Does ULaval offer opportunities for faculty and staff to grow their skill sets and advance their careers?
Absolutely. They have a robust professional development program with workshops, conferences, and even funding opportunities to pursue further education or research projects. They recognize that investing in their employees benefits everyone.
And let's face it, in today's rapidly evolving academic landscape, lifelong learning is essential. You can't just stand still. You have to keep growing and adapting.
Exactly. And ULaval seems to get that. They're not just focused on the present. They're looking towards the future and preparing their employees to be leaders in their fields.
Okay, so we've talked about the big picture stuff, but I'm curious about the day-to-day experience of working at ULaval. What's the campus culture like? Is it collaborative, supportive, competitive.
Well, from everything we've gathered, it seems to be a very positive and collegial environment. People are passionate about their work and genuinely enjoy working together. There's a strong sense of community, which makes a big difference.
Yeah, I can imagine. It's one thing to work with brilliant people, but it's another to work with brilliant people who are also kind and supportive.
Right, and that kind of environment fosters creativity and innovation. People feel comfortable taking risks and sharing ideas when they know they're not going to be judged or put down.
It sounds like the perfect breeding ground for groundbreaking research and impactful teaching. But let's be real, no workplace is perfect. Are there any potential downsides to working at ULaval?
Well, like with any large institution, there's always going to be some bureaucracy. And because it's a French language university, language could be a barrier for some. But from what we've seen, ULaval is committed to inclusivity and provides support for those who are learning French.
That's good to know. And I think it's important to remember that challenges exist everywhere. It's about finding a place where the positives outweigh the negatives and where you feel like you can make a real contribution.
And for many academics, ULaval seems to offer that perfect balance. But don't just take our word for it. Explore academicjobs.com. Dig into their listings for ULaval and see for yourself what opportunities spark your interest.
Exactly. Academicjobs.com is your gateway to a world of possibilities in academia, and ULaval is just one shining example of the incredible institutions they partner with.
So let's say you're convinced. You're ready to take the plunge and explore a career at ULaval. What's your next step?
Well, first, you need to figure out what kind of role you're looking for. Are you interested in research, teaching, administration, or something else entirely?
Once you have a sense of direction, you can start browsing the job listings on academicjobs.com. They have a user-friendly interface that makes it easy to filter by location, job type, and even specific keywords.
And don't forget to tailor your resume and cover letter to the specific position you're applying for. Highlight your skills and experience that align with the job description and showcase your passion for working at ULaval.
That's key. You want to stand out from the crowd and make a strong impression. And remember, this is your chance to tell your story and explain why you're the perfect fit for this opportunity.
And if you're lucky enough to get an interview, do your homework. Research the department, the faculty, and the current research projects. Be prepared to answer questions about your qualifications and your vision for the role.
And most importantly, be yourself. Enthusiasm and passion go a long way. Let your personality shine through and show the interviewers why you're excited about joining the ULaval community.
That's great advice. So we've covered the why, the what, and the how of working at ULaval. But there's one more piece of the puzzle. The who. Who are the people who thrive at ULaval?
That's a good question. I think it's people who are driven by a desire to make a difference. People who are intellectually curious and passionate about their fields.
And people who value collaboration and community. People who are open to new experiences and eager to learn from others.
Right. And let's not forget the importance of resilience and adaptability. Academia is a challenging field, and it takes a certain kind of grit to succeed.
But the rewards can be immense, especially at a place like ULaval, where you're surrounded by a supportive community and given the opportunity to truly make your mark on the world.
And with academicjobs.com as your guide, you can navigate the job search process with confidence and find the perfect opportunity to launch your career at ULaval.
So if you're ready for an adventure, if you're eager to learn and grow, and if you're passionate about making a difference, then ULaval might just be the place for you.
But what happens after you land that dream job at ULaval? How do you make the most of your experience and ensure a successful and fulfilling career? We'll explore those questions in the final part of our deep dive.
Okay, so we've talked about why ULaval is a great place to work. We've talked about how to actually get your foot in the door.
Yeah.
But let's say you've landed that dream job at ULaval. What happens next?
Well, I think that's where the real journey begins, right?
Okay.
Getting the job is just the first step. Building a fulfilling and successful career.
Right.
At ULaval, that's a long-term endeavor.
Yeah, it's more than just like showing up and doing the work, right?
Right.
It's about making those connections, finding your niche, constantly striving to learn and grow.
Absolutely. And I think it's important to remember that your career path at ULaval, it might not always be linear.
Right.
There might be some unexpected twists and turns, maybe some new opportunities that suddenly arise or, even shifts in your own interests and priorities.
That's true. That's true. It's about being open to new possibilities and embracing change. But let's go back to those first few months on the job. What advice would you give someone who's just starting their ULaval adventure?
I would say, first and foremost, be a sponge.
Ah, yeah.
Soak up everything you can, attend workshops, introduce yourself to colleagues, ask questions, get involved in campus life.
Building relationships is key, right?
Oh, it's so important.
You can have all the skills and knowledge in the world, but if you can't connect with people and collaborate effectively, you're not going to get very far.
You got it. Networking is crucial in any field, especially in academia. It's about building trust. It's about rapport, finding mentors, collaborators, creating a support system.
Don't be afraid to step outside of your comfort zone, too.
Exactly.
Try new things, volunteer for projects,
Yeah.
Put yourself out there. You never know what opportunities might arise.
And speaking of opportunities, one of the amazing things about ULaval is its commitment to research and innovation. I mean, if you're passionate about a particular area, there's a good chance that there's a research group or a project that aligns with your interests.
Yeah, and that's where academicjobs.com comes in handy again, right?
Yes.
They often highlight specific research projects and initiatives in their job postings, which can give you a better sense of the kind of work happening at ULaval.
Absolutely. And don't forget about the resources that are available to support research. I mean, ULaval has state-of-the-art facilities, funding opportunities, and they have this network of experts who can guide you along the way.
That's pretty cool. Okay, so we've got the research side covered, but what about teaching? For many academics, teaching is a core part of their identity. What makes teaching at ULaval so special?
Well, I think first of all, you're working with a highly motivated and diverse student body. ULaval attracts students from all over the world, which makes for a rich and stimulating learning environment.
That's great. And the university is known for its innovative teaching methods, right?
Mhm.
And its commitment to student success.
Yeah. They provide faculty with the support and resources they need to create engaging and impactful learning experiences.
And they don't underestimate the power of mentorship.
Right.
ULaval has this strong tradition of faculty mentoring students, both inside and outside of the classroom. I think that kind of guidance can be invaluable for students navigating the challenges of academia.
Absolutely.
It's about creating a sense of community,
Yeah.
right? Not just between faculty and students, but among the students themselves.
And that's where ULaval's vibrant campus culture comes into play. There are so many opportunities for students and faculty to connect, whether it's through clubs, sports, cultural events, or just hanging out at the local pub.
Exactly. It's about creating a sense of belonging, you know, a place where people feel valued and supported.
Yeah,
And that's something that sets ULaval apart from many other institutions.
I think so. But we have to be realistic too. Building a successful career in academia, it takes time, it takes effort, and it takes a lot of dedication. There will be challenges, there will be setbacks, there will be moments of self-doubt.
That's true for any career path, though,
I
right?
think so.
It's about being resilient, learning from your mistakes, and never giving up on your passions.
Yeah. And surrounding yourself with a supportive community can make all the difference in the world. That's where mentors, colleagues, and friends come in. They can offer guidance, encouragement, and a listening ear when you need it most.
Exactly. And don't forget about the importance of self-care. Academia can be demanding, so it's crucial to prioritize your well-being. Take breaks, pursue hobbies, spend time with loved ones, and do whatever you need to stay balanced and grounded.
That's excellent advice. It's easy to get caught up in the pressure to publish, to get grants, to climb that academic ladder.
Yeah.
But it's important to remember why you chose this path in the first place.
Right. It's about the pursuit of knowledge, the joy of discovery, the impact that you can make on your students and the world.
And at the end of the day, that's what makes a career at ULaval so rewarding, right?
Yeah.
It's not just a job, it's a calling. It's a chance to make a meaningful contribution to society.
I love that. So if you're ready to embark on this incredible journey, if you're excited by the challenges and inspired by the possibilities, then ULaval might just be the place for you.
And academicjobs.com is the perfect place to start your search. They have all the resources and information you need to find the perfect fit for your skills and aspirations.
Don't wait any longer. Take that first step and see where your academic adventure takes you. And hey, maybe one day we'll be featuring your story right here on The Deep Dive, sharing your insights and experiences with the next generation of academic trailblazers.
That would be amazing.
Until then, happy exploring and best of luck on your journey.